Alex and I fell in love with the old Victorian the moment we saw it. Wrapped in overgrown ivy and crowned with a widow's walk, it radiated faded grandeur. The rent was unbelievably cheap. Just needs a little TLC, the agent had said, avoiding our questions about the previous tenants. We chalked it up to luck. The first week was idyllic. Sunlight streamed through stained glass, painting rainbows on the dusty floors. Then the small things started. A mug I knew I left on the counter was in the sink. A framed photo of us on the mantel was found face down on the rug. "You must have bumped it," Alex reasoned. I wasn't so sure. Then came the whispers. Faint, breathy sighs, like someone exhaling right behind your ear. I heard it first while alone in the study. SAAM ... double quotes, goosebumps prickled my neck. I spun around. Nothing. When I told Alex, they dismissed it as old pipes or wind. But the doubt in their eyes mirrored my own unease. The shadows deepened. One night, jolted awake, I saw it, a silhouette, impossibly tall and thin, standing motionless at the foot of our bed. I froze, a scream trapped in my throat. Alex slept soundly beside me. When I blinked, it was gone. Denial crumbled. We spent the next day combing through local archives online. The house's history was a litany of abrupt departures and hushed warnings. We unearthed a brittle newspaper scan, reclusive heir found deceased in mansion, cause undetermined. Neighbors reported unexplained phenomena prior to death. The article mentioned whispers, moving objects, and a pervasive sense of being watched. That's when the house truly woke up. A chill settled permanently, despite the heating. Objects didn't just move, they flew. A heavy book sailed past Alex's head, leaving a dent in the wallpaper. The whispers became overlapping voices, a susurrus of malice and hunger in the halls. Afraid ... stay. Feed us ... Our fear was a physical thing, thick and cloying. And the house ... It thrived on it. The angrier we got, the colder it became. The more we panicked, the louder the voices grew. It wasn't haunted. It was alive, and we were its next meal. We have to leave. Now, Alex gasped after a cabinet door slammed shut inches from their fingers. We grabbed our emergency go bags. The front door wouldn't budge. The deadbolt was open, the knob turned freely, but it felt fused to the frame. Every window was similarly jammed. Alex's car key fob was dead. The engine wouldn't even cough. Trapped, darkness descended early, thick and unnatural. The air grew heavy, hard to breathe. A low thrumming vibration started in the walls. Then the assault began. China flew from the shelves, shattering against walls. The whispers crescendoed into shrieks of rage. Stay, feed, afraid. A heavy candlestick hurtled towards me. I ducked, terror a cold knife in my gut. The lights flickered violently, casting monstrous, leaping shadows. The house felt like a predator closing its jaws. Alex grabbed my hand, their grip bruising. "Sam, remember the article. It feeds on fear." Their voice, though shaking, pierced the panic. Feed on fear. The realization hit like ice water. The house wanted our terror. It was its sustenance. Our panic was giving it power. "Stop," Alex yelled, not at the house, but at me, at themselves. "Don't give it what it wants, breathe." We locked eyes, finding an anchor in each other. We stood back to back in the wrecked living room, surrounded by flying debris and cacophonous hatred. With a monumental effort, we forced our breathing steady. We focused on the feel of each other's hand, the solidity of bone and warmth beneath skin. Calm, control. We are not afraid. We repeated it silently, a desperate mantra. The change was subtle. The flying objects lost force, clattering harmlessly to the floor. The shrieks reverted to angry whispers, then faded. The oppressive vibration lessened. The lights steadied, casting an eerie, but stable, glow. The terrible hunger in the air receded, replaced by a frustrated, watchful coldness. The front door handle suddenly turned freely under Alex's hand. We didn't hesitate. We burst out into the blessedly cold, normal night air, sprinting to Alex's car. This time, the engine roared to life, tires screeched as we tore down the driveway. I glanced back at the rearview mirror. The house stood silhouetted against the moon. For a split second, the windows seemed like dark, malevolent eyes. The ivy writhed like grasping fingers in the wind. Hatred radiated from it, palpable even from the moving car. We drove until dawn, finally collapsing in a sterile, brightly lit motel room far away. We were safe, shaken, traumatized, but alive. We held each other, clinging to the tangible reality of safety. Exhaustion finally pulled me under. As I drifted, nestled against Alex's warmth, a sound cut through the hum of the motel air conditioner. Faint, almost lost in the mundane noise, a breathy sigh, right against my ear. SAAM ... double quotes, my eyes snapped open. The motel room was dark. Across the room, the closet door stood slightly ajar. Inside, only deeper shadows and the chilling certainty that the house hadn't let go. It had simply followed its meal. Our fear wasn't just its food. It was its tether, and it had found us.